Hi, this is Stuart Ericson, Wagoner attorney. Today we're going to talk about second or subsequent offenses and convictions. So this has to do with punishment. So if you have one prior felony conviction and you get charged again, the state of Oklahoma will file a page 2 or a supplemental information. So what that means is page 1 is you are charged with this crime, say burglary first degree. The supplemental or page 2 would make an allegation that, hey, you are previously convicted of a felony in 2020, you were convicted of this offense and you were given 5 years, okay? What this means is it's going to affect your future punishment if convicted, either with plea bargain perhaps or after a jury trial. So with one prior felony conviction and a new offense committed, if your prior offense was a violent offense under Oklahoma law, then your punishment range now becomes 10 to life. If it's not a violent offense and the previous offense exceeded 5 years, then your new punishment range is 2 to life. If it's less than 5 years as a punishment, your new punishment range would be up to 10 years. And then the next step is if there's 2 or more prior felony convictions. Again, that will be alleged on the page 2 or supplemental information. Page 1 again is going to be the new charges against a person. If the prior offenses were violent, and then your new punishment range becomes 20 to life. If it wasn't violent, then it could be 3 times the minimum to life or 4 years to life. Again, it just depends upon what the new crime is, what the old crimes were, and the past convictions, importantly, have to be within the last 10 years since the completion of your old sentences. So that's also part of the statute and important to realize. So just know that prior felony convictions can have very serious consequences to future punishments. And that's why in Oklahoma, when you plead guilty to a crime, to a felony, your plea of guilty, summary of facts, the paperwork you fill out in order to constitute a plea kind of warns you of that fact, that, hey, this could increase punishment in future cases. So that's very important. It's also a fact-specific important to know that 10-year thing, sometimes you are charged and it's outside of the 10 years, and your attorney needs to know that and file a motion, say, hey, this has been improperly filed, it's outside of the 10 years, and dismiss that page 2. So all of these are very fact-specific, and of course they have to prove the prior conviction was you. They actually do have to prove that, even though it's got your name on it. There are cases of mistaken identity, so they would have to prove probably name, social security number, all these other sorts of things. They'd have to present some proof that it is actually you that has that prior felony conviction. So you'll need an attorney to understand all of this stuff to help guide you, as always, to determine, do we fight this case all the way to jury trial? Do we do a plea bargain? And how do we negotiate with some of these prior convictions and the like? So all of these questions you would need to ask your attorney. So if you have more questions about prior felony convictions and how that might affect a current case, reach out to me, Stuart Ericson, at WagnerLawyer.com. Thanks.